Hello, guys. Gonna be honest, it's nice to be here, and I'm very excited about this. I'm also a little nervous. You know, I was just behind the stage. I'm like, okay, it's been a long time that I haven't been here, but I remember like when I get back to the gym, like 2 months ago, I was also nervous. Like maybe I have forgotten how to fight, but as soon as I get in the map, I realize he was always there. I feel like I never left. So it's quite excited, and I'm looking forward to this.
Renan Ferreira, does it feel a little bit more real now? Francis is sitting on the other side of the stage to you.
Olá pessoal, é muito bom estar aqui com vocês hoje, né? Esse grande evento aí, parabenizar o PFL por essa grande organização, uma honra muito grande fazer parte de tudo isso, ter como adversário aí cara como o França.
Hey guys, great honor to be here. Just ecstatic with this opportunity, with this fight, and a great honor to be facing a guy of the caliber of Francis Ngannou.
Francis, you've been complimentary of Renan Ferreira when you've made comments about him. Now, here he is sitting across from you. The nickname, I think, fits for Renan. What kind of a problem does this man present for Francis Ngannou?
Well, I mean, everyone is a problem at some extent, and then he's definitely a problem for some people, and as long as I'm concerned, he is not a problem. A problem against the predator. So I think the nickname speaks for itself.
Of course, we know that Francis has got a very well-rounded mixed martial arts game. We know he's got punching power, but we've seen him wrestle over 25 minutes. What version of Francis do you expect?
O Francis é cara que tá passando por ano difícil aí. Mais difícil ainda é o que ele tem pela frente. Ele sabe que ele tem grande problema e vai ser muito difícil de resolver.
Well, Francis has been going through a tough year in his life, but the toughest challenge in his life and in his year is going to be me. I'm going to be the biggest problem of his year right now. It's a tough puzzle for him to figure out.
And Renan has done a lot of great things while you've been in boxing, right? Amazing run through the season, beats Ryan Bader in the champ versus champ fight. So how much of him were you watching, and what have you thought of the fights that you've seen and the knockouts that he's put together while you've been away?
Well, I'm going to say this, like, I wasn't impressed by his knockout, not because he wasn't good, because I knew he was capable of doing that. I've been watching Renan Ferreira because before a lot of people even know who he was, because I was so impressed by his skills, by his ability, and I saw him enter the PFL season, and now I'm like, I put my money on this guy. This is the winner. Like, he's gonna smash everybody, you know. So I've been watching it, and every time, of course, he had a great performance, and I wasn't impressed before because I knew that was what he was going to do. I wasn't expecting any less out of him.
In life, when you set goals, it seems you always meet them. So now that you're back in MMA, back in the PFL, what is your goal now that you're back in MMA again?
You know, my goal right now is not just about like being back in MMA. It's about being back in activity, in combat sport in general. It's being back in what I love. And then I think I always have a purpose. I always look forward for my purpose, the reason why I'm doing. And lately, things been a little tough. You know, I haven't questioned if I have to continue or if I should just hang off the gloves and stuff. But then I realized that should be a purpose for me. You know, like I didn't have a chance to fight for my son, man. So I think this is it.
Thank you, Francis. Appreciate that. And for Renan, if we could, Renan, obviously you've been thinking about this fight for a long time. It is official now. You've had a chance to size up Francis. We're looking forward to this face-off here momentarily. But what are your initial impressions now that you see him face-to-face and what he offers you as an opponent?
O Francis é um grande atleta, eu sempre acompanhei ele, os nocautes e tudo. Pessoalmente, eu já sabia que ele era tudo isso, então eu tenho me preparado a vida toda para lutar com caras grandes, com caras como ele. Então, assim, não me impressionou, eu já sabia como que ele era.
Look, Francis is a great athlete, and I've been following his career for a very long time, and I've been impressed by his career and his feats for a very long time. So meeting him in person, it just came to solidify everything that I thought and I knew. He's a big man, he's got big power, and I'm excited for this fight.
And lastly, how do you evaluate him as a fighter at this point, right? It's been 2.5 years since we've seen him as a mixed martial artist. He's been boxing. So do you expect the same version? Do you expect something different because of time away? What do you expect from an opponent?
Com certeza é bastante tempo, né? Fora dos cages, é totalmente diferente. O Francis tem feito lutas de boxe, que é outra pegada, então eu acho que ele vai sentir um pouco de diferença, mas ele é um guerreiro, é um lutador, mas ele tem um grande problema pela frente. Ele sabe que vai ter uma dificuldade imensa, tanto na trocação quanto na parte de grappling, porque ele sabe que eu posso nocautear ou finalizar ele a qualquer momento.
Yeah, 2.5 years is a long time. I think like I said, he's a great athlete, but the cage is the cage. It's going to bring, other challenges. And as I said, and I say it before, I'll say it again, he has a big problem ahead of him. He knows I have knockout power. I can wrestle him. I can bring him down to the ground. I can knock him out. I can submit him. So again, he has a big problem ahead of him.
All right, how you doing, Francis? I have one question for you, one question for you, Renan. My name is Brian Mazik. I'm from Forbes, and it's a pleasure to get the opportunity to talk to you. My question is, over the past week, there's been a lot of conversation on the back end of Israel Adesanya's fight, and he has shown you so much respect, and he has continued to make it a point to make your accomplishments and your experience not be forgotten. And so recently there was something that kind of bubbled up about that, and it came to a head, and we kind of found out what happened. My question is, how does it make you feel to get that level of support and have that loyalty shown to you by someone close to you like Israel Adesanya?
It's always great. I mean, since we didn't know each other before we get here, we get in our combat sport career, and then we had to know each other, and then since then my first fight was on the same card with Usman, and then we hook up, and then Adesanya came after, and then we just have a good chemistry and support each other, So it's always been a good chemistry between us, a good support, genuinely, and everybody wishes everybody the best, wishes everybody to dominate in his division or to overcome whatever he's going through. So it's been, and whether it's on or off stage, we've been supporting each other, and it's also very comforting, there are moments that you're up and there are moments that you're down, and then you truly need support from people that care about you, so, and those are very important. Like my first boxing match in Riyadh, we were there a whole week with Adesanya and Usman, and let me tell you what, even though I wasn't knowing what I was getting into, at least I was happy that whatever happened, it happens when I'm surrounded by people that care for me.
You've made a lot of money in boxing. You've won one of the biggest titles in mixed martial arts. Why come back to the public to continue fighting? What keeps you going? What is the motivation after everything you've been through?
As I said earlier, fighting for me is a lifestyle. Again, I get to the point that I question myself if I should continue or if I should just retire. But I didn't want my son to be the reason for me to do that. So I decided that I will keep doing it, fighting for him. So it just become a new purpose for me. my son was he was 15 months old, but he was very active, and I have a lot of plan in the future for him, and life decide otherwise. So I decide not to make a positive out of his 15 months of living, you know, to find a strength out of him, to find him as a motivation to keep going instead of like to quit, you know. So I think it's the best way of honoring him.